action. What's up guys, thanks for tuning into my second video. And I was thinking these past 2 weeks, like, what do I want my second video to be about? I'm like, there's so much I could do. I want it to be like something different, something like fun, a topic that people don't like to talk about because in society we have like one standard look. So I want to talk about body positivity. Like, it may be embarrassing to talk about because I know I don't like talking about things I'm self-conscious with. Like today, it took me like 5-6 outfit changes to end up in a t-shirt and some jeans because I gained like 20 pounds this past semester. So while I was showering, like, I was like, yeah, that would be a cool topic to dive into because this isn't like my only insecurity. Growing up, I had like a whole slew of insecurities, like, because I'm a very hairy person, and growing up, you're not really comfortable with your body. You're figuring out your identity, and so other stuff like that like made me question myself because I saw other girls my age who didn't have as much body hair, didn't have any at all. So I felt like the oddball. Like, I felt like a weird person, but it's really not weird. Body hair is normal in everybody, and no matter what type of flaw that you have, it's important to like learn how to embrace it. So I remember this one time I was with my group of friends. We were at one of our friends' houses, and their mom didn't allow them to put the AC on yet, so it's already summertime. So you know, kids playing around in the house, we're getting hot, playing tag, just being hyper fun kids. And this guy made a joke to me, like telling me that I was basically hot for wearing my hoodie. And I actually was, like, I was drenched underneath. But I was just like, no, I'm not hot. No, I'm fine. Like, but I was sitting there dying on the inside, just wanting to release myself of the sweat. But like, after I got more used to them, I started wearing my arms out more. Of course, anytime I meet someone new, someone like says like, oh, you're really hairy. And then sometimes I want to be snarky and say, oh my God, when did this get here? But you know, people aren't really used to that, I guess. So I'm just like, yeah, I am. Like, I got used to it. Like, before I was self-conscious, letting them know my struggle so they don't like, so they don't judge me. Hopefully they know that I have insecurities just like them, and this was one of mine. And I remember this one time with my friend Jamila, we put Nair on my arms. It was my idea, but we put Nair on my arms, and the type of Nair that it was, it like wasn't coming off with like the strip. So I had like patches of bald spots and patches of hair all over my arms, and I actually had to use a butter knife to try to get the rest of the wax off. It was terrible. So that was the last time I like shaved my arms or like waxed them, because I would shave my arms like maybe once a month, and that was a hassle in itself because you had to keep rinsing the razor off because there was so much hair. But that was the last time I even tried to do anything with my hair. I'm just embracing it. So if your insecurity is the same as mine, you might know the similar experiences you went through, but like, regardless of what it is, you still have to learn how to embrace it. Like, it's not just gonna come to you. You're not gonna wake up one day and like, oh wow, like I have dimples in my whatever, I don't know, whatever it is. You're not gonna just wake up one day and just be comfortable about it if you're insecure about it. Like, it's an active process. You have to first acknowledge what it is. And that may be scary, you may avoid even saying it, but that's literally the first step. It sounds cliche, but literally you have to say what your insecurity is. You don't have to say it to other people, you can write it down in a journal, but that's the first step to the process of embracing it. And like, finding out your truth may be ugly, but you don't want to be insecure for the rest of your life. So I can't tell you the exact steps you need to take to start embracing your insecurities, but I know for a fact the first step is acknowledging it. Like, if you ask anyone who seems confident with who they are, they're going to tell you that you need to acknowledge whatever that you're scared about yourself. And what I can do for you is to tell you some of the things that I did to start embracing my insecurities. So first thing was I stopped shaving. Like, I stopped shaving my arms. Like, I do shave other body parts, but that's my choice. Like, I do like my legs shaved and other stuff like that. But my arms, like, I stopped shaving that. And when summertime came, I stopped waiting to like the very last moment because I don't want to be hot and sweaty and uncomfortable. Like, you just have to jump for it. Like, take that leap of faith, because honestly, I've never lost a friend, or no one's ever not wanted to be my friend because of my hair. If they didn't, then why am I trying to be friends with them in the first place? They're not a friend. They're very superficial, surface level, and I'm much deeper than that. So that was another thing I did. And I have a journal, so I would write down all my insecurities in it and like really process that internally. Like, why am I insecure about that? Is it because of someone else? Just really introspectively thinking about myself and who I wanted to be. So those were like the first 3 steps I did, and it didn't happen in year 1 or year 2. This is like an ongoing process. Like, I'm like turtle racing it like to the finish line. Like, I know I'm gonna get there, but I'm actively working towards it. So I want you guys to meet my friends. This is Kenneth and Meredith, but they're not related, even though they both have "if" on the end of their names. But I brought them here today so we can talk about the exclusiveness of mannequins in stores. As you see, they are the ideal prototype for people in America, but it's not inclusive of everybody's body type, which makes people feel uncomfortable sometimes. I know that it makes me feel uncomfortable when I go to the store and I see these bigger breast mannequins, or like mannequins with wider hips, and things don't fit me the way I think it's supposed to fit on a mannequin. But I don't want people to think that that's their fault. It's not at all. It's society's fault for putting out these 2 prototypes of mannequins. It's not inclusive enough for everyone's body type, because some people are thicker, some people are slimmer, some people have different curved bodies. You have to understand that there's not one set for people just to walk into. It's really not that easy. And there's actually a company in Germany called Pearl and Firmus that hired an artist to create like actual images, well, body types of people who have visibly like different curves in their body. So you should check that out, Pro and Firmus. And I feel like that's important and very empowering for people who can relate to that. And it just makes you feel good, like people are actually seeing me. I'm not invisible. Like, people aren't just leaving me out. Like, this is like more inclusive world. And actually this year, Misguided is in like kind of doing the same thing. Like, they're doing people with different skin conditions, with freckles, stuff like related to like the religion, and I feel like that's important as well. Like, bottom line is, it's important for everyone to feel included in this big old world. You don't have to feel alone out there. There are people who have similar experiences to you, and this is why the world needs to do a better job at being more inclusive. So what I want everyone to take away from this video, that it's important to be healthy in all areas of your life, whether it be mental, physical, emotional, spiritually. If you feel like you're lacking in one of those areas, I challenge you to actively work towards it to make it a more positive situation. Like, I'm challenging myself to live a healthier life, because I told you guys I gained 20 pounds this semester, and I didn't gain it in a healthy way. I gained it eating like bad foods, like hot wings and pizza and sometimes desserts. But I'm going to challenge myself to do better in that area, and I challenge you guys to start embracing insecurities, turn that negative into a positive, and live a healthy life. Thanks for tuning into my video. I love talking about this topic. It's just something people need to like learn more about and embrace yourself, because it's a cold war out there if you don't love yourself. But please check out my first video. It's my nice intro video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, tell everyone about it, follow me on Instagram, livelikequaddi, and wait for my next video.
With it.